Oh my goodness. Oh my, oh my goodness, man. These two, like, serious. Hey, Angel, you look knocked out? You know, okay. You okay, okay, I'll leave you alone. What the heck? Hey, Pastel. You, your eyes are drooling? Oh, gosh. I think tomorrow I'm going to feel better than today, but I may not talk a lot. When I talk, I cough, but I mean, I'm doing a lot better. But today was a full on, like, well, I did a bunch of stuff. I still did a bunch of stuff today. You want to sit on my lap? Still not 100%. How are y'all doing? She's back to cleaning herself. God is so good, isn't he? God's so good, you guys. A couple days ago, I was physically doing a bunch of stuff, but I wasn't 100%. Maybe I kind of pushed it. And I think tomorrow will be better. Miss Faith, Miss Pastel, Miracle, all these animals that have extra care, that needed extra care, they need extra care. I've been working. I cannot be sick. I'm sick, but I cannot not do my duties, you know. So yeah, I'm glad you see I've been working. I'm working just as hard as Faith is cleaning herself over there. And I went online because she was knocked out, passed out. But when I got up to get the tripod, oh yeah, she started cleaning herself. What the heck? She gets a lot from me, I guess. We do have Brownie next to me right now too. He's not always hanging out. He actually gets upset. Like today I was laying with him in the afternoon for a while. I like to give everybody their undivided attention. And he got grumpy a couple times, and I thought, when you're by yourself, you don't get grumpy, you know? He doesn't get mad at Pastel, tell her to calm down, or Momo. So sometimes I think we don't see him very often, but it's what he prefers, you know, and that's okay. But I don't want him to ever feel like he's by himself all the time on purpose, you know. Yeah, this one's taking, I am just trying to I'm following what my body says. So a couple days I got, Faith, we're like publicly on viewing right now. I feel like your little one. What are you doing over there? Hey, Faith. Faith, we're live. Man, why couldn't you do that before I went live? Huh? It's exhausting cleaning yourself. That's your butterfly blanket, Miss MP. I sleep with it over my head all the time. My sister would call it a pie, but I don't think it's that, but it's definitely one of my favorite blanket. I don't like, it's over here, like right there, but that's okay. I don't like it. I don't let it get dirty or eaten up or chewed up. It seems like Angel likes to chew a hole in every one of my sheets or blankets. I don't know what's going on with that. I think she has chewed a hole in almost every one of my blankets, and I'm like, oh, nice little air vent next to my tummy. Great. It's so beautiful. Oh, Miss Faith had me so worried, I gotta tell you. And when I look at her now, I just want to cry, as if I see God himself, you know. I can see God's work, God's miracles. We don't do chew toys. Nope. We don't do chew toys, but the Kong. She loves the Kong. But she loves to chew a hole in a sheet or a blanket. Randomly. It'll be like it'll be a year and one will pop up. There's a lot of reasons why you shouldn't do chew toys. I don't want to be the reason you choose not to do it, but if I don't do it and I work with animals for a living, I think you should think about that. Read the chemicals that are in every piece of fabric or every dog toy. Could you tell me what chemicals are in it? And they're swallowing it, chewing it, eating it. Man, I'm having enough problems with them eating rocks, let alone if they're eating stuffing, thread, fabric, the tag, the ID tag, the plastic pin, the button, the nose, the ear. It's funny that we don't think about it at all. When you buy something and give it to your dog, people will buy it. Like the toys that I sell, people buy them because they just are going to buy them. I cannot tell you different. It's going to be you in your house. Like Suey and Duke, my Shih Tzus, they never chewed a toy and ate the inside. They would chew it until it came out. So every dog's different. These dogs are going to eat. If I have a toy, Pastel will eat it all. She'll swallow it whole. So it depends on your household. Do what you feel is right for your dog and your household. I can't tell you what your dog's favorite toys should be or what you would do. I can tell you they will eat it. If they eat it and they eat it and get it lodged in their tummy, they might die. I can tell you that. This one time I sold a collar. I think I sold, no, a bandana, bro. I used to give out free bandanas, right? Like every groomer usually does. And I did it for 6 years. Every dog got a bandana, just like when I worked at PetSmart, right? And this Jack Russell, we were just talking about the Jack Russell, Jazzy. I went to her house, and she's a white dog. And I say Jack Russell, but I can't remember. Her rat terrier. I went to her house. She's a white dog. And she had the dye from the bandana, which is fabric, cut into triangles on her coat. It took 7 months to come off. I believe it was like yellow or red. It was pronounced. At that moment, I realized fabric of any kind, right? Well, cheap fabric as well. It comes from all different places. And if you have fabric, they use fabric, right, to make toys. Furry fabric, but it's fabric. You get it in a roll, you cut it down to what you want to make, you make it into a doll, you sew it up. It could be on the same, if it's made in China, you don't know what's going on, and if it's made anywhere, you don't know what's going on, honestly. But in China especially, they're making everything for us. They'll have a warehouse that makes, I don't know, dried squid and also pet toys. Like, if you don't know, go over there. And I mean that. I mean it. Buy a ticket and go hang out and look around. And you might find, like, when my family lives in Taiwan and I've been there and I see things, you might find that you just don't even know what the heck is going on. And here too, like, to watch some of the veterinarians on YouTube talk about that even some of our euthanized animals make it into the dry kibble feed. That is in the US. That's crazy to me. But you just keep buying it and keep buying it, and they keep making it and making it because you're buying it, right? It isn't until things change where you have to go, I'm not buying chicken anymore. I don't want any more overweight chickens that can't run around being slaughtered so I can have meat. Like, you have to decide what you're willing to give up and sacrifice for something else to change. If you don't like plastic in the ocean that's inside all of the sand and floating around in that circle of plastic in the Pacific, if you don't want that, then you should not buy anything, not a bag of plastic, not a bag of spinach made of plastic, not a water bottle. Like, you have to decide as a human being with the intelligence that we have. You have to decide what you're willing to sacrifice, right? Aquaman, he has endorsed or has created a company that makes water in like a Coca-Cola can, like aluminum, for a reason. We can recycle that. We can burn it down and reuse it over and over and over. Metal can be reused like that. So when you think about toys and what you let your dogs put in their mouth, yeah, there are times you're going to not have any say of what gets in their mouth. A pencil, a pen, the cap to a pen, you know. Carpet. Man, they'd be chewing up some of this carpet. Bedding. I mean, obviously, I can't just have no bedding, you know. So I've taken away a lot of the things that I think are like extra stuff because of the chemicals or the stuff inside or just not having the time to monitor. And then if you buy a $10 toy, you give it to them and it's gone in 30 seconds. What's the point of that, honestly? Right? Food for thought. What's funny is that we could talk about it. I could talk about this stuff all the time, but I look at everything and I wish I could I wish I could make those changes, tons of them. I can't. You know, there's things that I do all the time that you're going to be like, no, I cannot make those changes like that. I'm the one that pulls out my old silverware when I go to a restaurant. And people look at me, and I have never seen anyone in all of my travels pull out their own silverware. I honestly have never seen anyone even pull out their own straw. And I'm like, and even then, I'm still not good enough at it. I'm not good enough at it. So if I can't be really good at that, which I mean, hear me out. I'll pull out my own straw 10 times. They'll all be in the washer or wherever at home. And then I'm out getting a drink because it's 104 degrees and I'm working outside. You're going to get a drink. And you're like, dadgummit, you know, I need a straw, or I'm just not going to use a straw. I'm going to just open up the top of the cup, right? I don't see anyone else when I'm standing around struggling with the straw conversation with myself. I don't see anybody else having that conversation with themselves. When I'm there looking around, I'm like, am I not the only one carrying around aluminum straws? This is ridiculous. And I can't change the world alone. So then I'm like, well, then why do I stress, and I still do, carry around my own silverware, but why is it one person has to have that much stress on themselves, you know, when they're worrying about all these other things too? Is like, where's my straws and silverware so I don't waste any silverware? My one fork isn't going to matter if that restaurant gave away 30,000 plastic forks that day and we have 1 million restaurants in Fort Worth. Right? I mean, we could go on and on and on. Yeah, and Pookie Puppy has witnessed it. Spirit Angel has witnessed it. I carry my own bag of silverware. And I like literally that's going to be one of my phone calls, is the fact that I actually carry basically what I feel like is a freaking suitcase. I carry my own Tupperware. I carry my own straws. I do not know I have never, and I'm not bragging, I'm just saying, anyone in this group, I've never seen anyone pull out their own silverware or run out to the car and get their own to-go box. And I'm not perfect. I don't do it every single time. I do it 98% of the time. But when I'm in those situations, I'm looking around and I do not see anyone else. When I was in Vegas, when I was in Bahamas, when I was in Florida, when I was in all these different places to eat because I'm traveling, when I was traveling, when I'm at home, when I'm running around, when I'm at the gym. I never, ever see someone struggling with these decisions like me. Matter of fact, I think I see more people laughing at me, like my friends laughing, like, oh my gosh, I can't believe you just pulled out your own chopsticks. I'm like, I wish everyone would actually pull out their own chopsticks. You can't practice what you preach. You know, you have to practice what you preach, you know. Yeah, so we could talk about that forever. I just wish everyone would stress out as much as I do about these little things that make a huge impact in our oceans and in the world around us. You know, one day we're not going to have the animals that we see. We're not going to have that. We're not going to have some of these animals anymore. And we've just corrupted our world, our universe. Like, our world is just dirty everywhere. And just putting it in a bag and throwing it into a landfill that's not the fix. That's not the fix. It's still cooking and doing a bunch of stuff. Man, I got so much words to say about that, Lavender. And Lavender, I haven't seen your name before here in over 40 days, right? 40 days, almost every day. I haven't written down Lavender. Well, welcome. Welcome and thanks for hanging out. I wanted to come and just let you guys see Faith doing great. And we're all chilling right now. Every one of the crew. We've got Brownie, Saki, Faith, Momo, Pastel, Angel, Miracle. Hey, girl. Hey, girl. Here's Momo over here dreaming right now. And I don't know if you can tell, like, I've been busy. I'm supposed to be resting, but I've been busy, man. He's clean. He's not perfect, but I cleaned him like 3 nights ago. And Miracle. I didn't groom Miracle up. I bathed her and brushed her really good and all that stuff. I was like, you have to still suffer. You know, you have to still, if you're, I have COVID. I'm recovering. I'm pretty sure it would test negative right now, but I'm not going to use my test on it. I'm pretty sure it's gone. The fevers and all that have gone away, but my energy is just low. So you have to still suffer. I still was like, you still have to do duties, you know? You still have to do these things. And I wanted to be here to let you know that you still have to arrive, show up. I can't tell why I didn't feel good all day today, but I still had to go get dog food. I still had to get my air-conditioned second opinion done today. And the other day they came out and did servicing and was basically saying I had to change my compressor, which is only 4 years old. And what they, just FYI, what they ended up doing was I called another company, the people who installed the system, who were not good for servicing. And I made a deal with them. And so they came out and did a free check on it. And all they had to do was release some Freon. And the system had too much refrigerant in it. And then one of the pressures numbers went down. So he said that's all it needed to happen, da 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 da. So I have a couple more things to research, but the first company, which I actually really like them, they have an honors program. The military gives me free servicing twice a year with that company. And they would have done $3,000 worth of labor on Friday because I wanted to be proactive in making sure I don't run out of air condition here in the hottest time of Texas, which is like July 20th through August 14th. That's the hottest time of Texas weather. So I can't be running out of air condition. So as soon as he said, this compressor is under warranty, you probably need to get it fixed, right? I wasn't going to spend that until I know I had to. They would have fixed it right then. They would have come back the next day and fixed it for nearly, was it $3,000, nearly $3,000. And I was like, I waited 5 days trying to get a hold of the management in the people who installed my AC. Now we're going to see if this is going to fix it or not. But that's a lot, bro. That's a lot of money for someone who just is servicing it. And it was fine 2 months ago because I had them out for another reason then. So 3 weeks passed. During 3 weeks, the system messed up according to the other company. Now I'll just say this: maybe you should get a second opinion, even if you have to pay like a service fee, like $50 to have them come out. Maybe a second opinion and get a second opinion with a senior person. Make sure you get someone that's been with the company 10, 12, 15 years, because maybe whoever did a part change 3 week, like, let me see here. The system has been having a problem for 3 weeks. I'm not feeling a problem. That's just what I'm assuming, because the last time someone was here was 4 weeks back, right? So 3 weeks ago do you see what I'm saying, right? Well, anyway, it was fine last month. It was fine the month before that. It was fine for the last 4 years. And all of a sudden we're going to have like overage on Freon. Well, how did that happen? How did we go from fine to having too much Freon? That won't make sense at all. So I have some research I need to do on the part they replaced about a month ago. And so the last 3 weeks, he said that this pressure gauge isn't working, blah, blah, blah. But if I didn't get a second opinion, we would have spent $3,000 on a part that's covered, but the labor is not covered. Ain't that something else? This is no joke. I didn't want a second opinion either. I just wanted to call the installers who I have bought 2 air conditions with and find out if they didn't offer free labor on warranted parts, because I spent so much money with that company in 20 years. You know what I mean? What's up, Nikki? And sorry I didn't respond to you earlier. I think I went to write it, but I was just too weak. How are you feeling? Nikki was feeling unwell the other day. Oh man, Kentucky's having some horrible stuff go on. I'm sorry to hear that. MP, that happened to your daughter? Did she spend the $3,000 or she got a second opinion? Yeah, the labor, because the company, there's 2 companies. I'm going to use them both too. I'm going to have them ping off of each other. I'm going to listen to one and listen to the other and then put them. I'm going to do that from now on. If you're prior military and you can get a service plan with the local company that's free, man, I'm telling you, look into it. Some of these companies offer a free servicing. Let that person come out and do those free servicings for you. And every now and then spend the money with them. But then with your installer company, they should have a program. If you bought a $13,000 to $25,000 AC, you need to find out if that company has a lifetime. Like I saw in the Berkeley here in Texas, it said if you buy an AC with us, you have lifetime warranty with them. Not 10-year warranty, they said on their ad, lifetime. There's questions you need to ask if your HVAC is going to go out. So if you're going to get a new HVAC, and by the way, I piecemealed mine. This last time I installed 4 years ago, I didn't have them fix anything with the heater, which they kept recommending. I'm like, no, leave the heater alone. It's fine right now. I'll deal with that when it gets here. But the blower of the heater went out last year, which means I had the same heater doing fine for 3 years after I got my HVAC alone replaced. And when the HVAC got replaced, they gave you a 10-year, if you sign up with a membership program, which I didn't do after the first year, because like I said, that company, the service of that company did some things to me I did not appreciate, and I did not want to use them. But since I spent so much money buying air conditioners with them, and my parents did too, I was like, we spent nearly $100,000 between 2 households. So they should have some respect for that. You know what I mean? And if the part is having a problem, they should actually come fix it because they installed it and it's a 10-year warranty on the part. Now, hear me out. Using another company that didn't install your HVAC, that company said if you bought the HVAC with us, we would have done free labor, period, without having to be on some kind of monthly program. The first company that I bought the HVAC with said you have to be on this monthly plan for us to do free labor on warranted parts. And just FYI, there's a bunch of questions you should ask when you're getting your HVAC. And you should be servicing your HVAC. If you're not servicing it, I would be afraid for you, because then you're not going to get a warning if you do have animals in your house like I do. However, if you're having your HVAC serviced, Could they plant something that like I'm not gonna say that that could or couldn't happen, but it can. Could something happen to where it would throw everything off? Yeah. And matter of fact, every time someone comes to my house to do HVAC, I literally tell them, look at the dogs in there. And I'm going to tell you right now, if you want to mess up anybody's system, please don't mess mine up. Because if you mess up mine and all those dogs die in there from not having AC, it'll be on you. And that's the truth. I'm like, I rescue dogs for a living. If you want to mess with anybody's HVAC to make it break and then you have to come back, please don't do it here. That's exactly what I say. Now, I don't know if that strays any thoughts that might, a couple of, this one was like, no, I can't do that. I won't do that. I don't know that. I don't know him. I don't know. I don't trust anybody, man. But say what you need to say. Hey, good. I'm glad, Aunt B. Glad you can get some internet. But you can hear I'm not Joey. What's up? Elaine, hi. You know, you can hear that I don't sound 100%. Pookie, hello. MPU, hello. Callahan, hi. Lori, hi. Thank you for telling me to rest. Grandma Shell, hello. Hopefully I said hi. It's not intentional if I missed it. Hello, how are you? You know, just a few more minutes and I'll let you guys go. But really want to bring us together. I've been watching The Chosen one. The Chosen. I've been watching The Chosen. And I've been crying off and on watching that show. You know, like I'm gonna watch that show over and over. That's one I would probably definitely buy on CD because just being reminded about why we're here, and knowing what you have to do while you're here on Earth, you know, for others is means a lot to me. And so I was like, I may not feel well, but it's time. You know, we're getting better. We can get on for a few minutes. We can definitely. Oh, I don't know what happened with that. Let's see what happened. That was automatic. I don't know. I started Nightbot again, but I haven't done the programming on it, so. Oh, what the? Nightbot doesn't like spamming, I guess. Sorry about that. Let me see. Let me go right. Stupid. Okay, let me do. Welcome, Nikki, to being a moderator. So that way you're repeat what you said, but just don't go back to back. Nightbot just shows up out of nowhere, you guys. I was playing with Nightbot like 2 nights ago. That's why you guys know I've been busy, see? Nikki says, I'll see how long I can last to keep my eyes open, y'all. But hey, MP, Pookie Puppy, Grandma Shell, and Joey. I don't know why Nightbot didn't like that. Maybe she sent a message right before that. Not sure. Oh, yeah. So I see it now. Nikki was typing too much too fast. Nikki says, oh, don't even worry about that at all. I've been out of it today. Meh. Even if this isn't COVID, I definitely caught something and can't get comfortable, have no energy, etc. So hope you feel better, Nikki. And don't worry about Nightbot. Just try to not send message after message too fast. I think it likes like a 30-second. Freaking Nightbot. Nightbot's been missing for like 2 years, right? And about a year ago, I looked it up and I was like, why is Nightbot not working? So then the other day I had time because I was sick and I pulled out Nightbot again. And I was like, hey, Nightbot, let's figure out and then I left a bunch of screens open so I can do some updates to whatever formulas it has set up in there. And then tonight, Nightbot shows up. I'm sorry. Not only does it show up, it shows up on Nikki and starts deleting her messages. At least I read them all out loud. Nightbot, all of a sudden, when David stopped editing, right? And those of you guys are new, because there's quite a few of you out there listening right now. David has passed away. So when David had stopped editing, like in the beginning of 2022, I think, all of 2022. Yeah, I think it was that. 2022, I don't think I seen Nightbot, but how does Nightbot, and I was live a lot, right? I was live all for David's disappearance and all that stuff, you know, his funeral, and Nightbot never showed up, you guys, you know? Why did he disappear from the beginning? And why did Nightbot become a guy? How did, huh? Tell him, Brownie. How did Nightbot become a guy in my world? Hi, the warrior. Oh my gosh, hold on. Wow, Nightbot jumped right on me while I was trying to. There. Oh, wait. Oh, wait. Oh, okay, hold on. Oh, that's what that meant, MP? Oh. I was about to read that out loud. Thank you, moderator. Thank you, moderator. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. I started thinking, I was like, huh, that's cool. Look at Saki, like, look how she's laying right now. Who does that? Huh? Who does that? Oh, something made, oh, she didn't want Brownie to touch her. She was like, she was gonna yell at Brownie. Did you see her? Brownie did an adjustment. And she like was like, what? Huh? Huh? So don't even, huh? Aunt B's gonna get, is Aunt B testing it or what? You do too many spams. Spamming is like message, 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 message. It could be cool, I guess. I didn't see what you saw until I reread it again. Gosh, you gotta look at Pastel the way she sleeps. Pastel, right? When she's sleeping, she needs to sleep touching you. Like the way she just lays her body, like, look, she's touching Momo. She gets in this curled, like, that's how she was born, you know, like in a round ball. She can, but everybody's legs on that end, you know, well, Momo, that's his daughter, so her legs. And Miracle's legs are long, but not as long. Look at Momo's legs. Those are probably 20 inches long. Look how long his legs are, man. He slaps me in the face all the time. He freaking rolls over and goes, psh. He slaps me in the face all the time. Her legs are the same. Now, mind you, she's only like a year and wow, is it? 7 months. So tomorrow, August 1st, will be 8 months. Oh my gosh. Her legs are long too, right? But not as long as his. Look how long his legs are. Her and her mom are best friends. But she's sleeping right now. She's dreaming. But man, I taught Pastel how to like put her hand up and tap me. Oh, now she slaps me in the face all the time too, man. I'll be walking by the couch. She's up on the couch standing there with her long legs and she slaps me on the way while I'm walking by her. She's like, excuse me, stop, pet me, look at me, touch me. It's hilarious. August 1st, Diana Blackburn, good to see you. August 1st, right now it's 11 p.m. my time, so it isn't August 1st my time yet. Look how pretty she is. So Pastel's, ouch, Pastel's ears, right? Do you see how they just like follow her face? That's on purpose. Look at her other ears up. She has this way of controlling her ears, right? So it can, when she's like worried, they get real close to and dent in the middle. Oh, did she just dream? They dent in the middle and turn back a little bit, like I'm worried, but they follow the curvature of her face when she's walking around and she tucks them right next to her cheeks. It's crazy. And like sometimes when she's feeling good, they're out just moving around, wagging around like, just paper. And others, when she's worried, they're just like tucked around on her cheek. She's got them real close to her. It's crazy. It's the cutest thing ever. Kentucky's already midnight. Welcome to August 1st. Good to see everybody. You can hear some smiles happening with me, and I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to talk because every time I'm talking, I start to cough. So it's feeling better. We're feeling a lot better. We're starting to feel a lot better. I said eye boogers. You got eye boogers, buddy? Get those out of there. Hi, Brownie. Faith is actually also back to following me everywhere. Hi, Saki. Hi, Saki girl. Wait, you okay? You okay? He's not bothering you. What's their mouth doing here? What are you dreaming about eating something? She was just licking her, chomping her mouth. Do you guys watch your dogs when they... What did Nightbot do? Can you guys see what Nightbot says? It says, Jake H. Ah, much better. Stop spamming caps. Do you see what Nightbot... Where is Nightbot coming from? Oh my gosh, I'm having a heck of a time with Nightbot right now. It's freaking hilarious. Jake, repeat yourself, but just don't put it in all caps. Jake, thank you, says thank you for being an awesome dog mom. You're welcome, Jake. I don't know what happened with Nightbot. You know, he disappeared for 2 years, and now all of a sudden he shows up like he's the man in the house. And I don't know, maybe it's David. Freaking David, dude. You know, like, what the heck? It's hilarious. Those of you guys, some of you guys are new. Did you subscribe? I see these new folks hanging out. What are y'all doing? Isn't it? Oh, wait. So summer vacation is almost over for you, huh? You can repeat it, Jake, but I did read it out loud for those people who couldn't see it. I have no control over Nightbot right now, but I will be having a talk with him. Let's see what else we can do to piss Nightbot off. What's Nightbot gonna do, man? I'm wondering if Nightbot has... Nightbot. Everyone say Nightbot. I wonder if Nightbot has anything to say. Like, is he gonna say anything else other than stop spamming? So COVID was announced on our news the day before yesterday that it's literally going around heavy. And you know, I'm going to let you all guess because I like having these little guessing games. Oh, Nightbot let that one go. Because it looks super fragilistic, expialidocious. Like, Nightbot what? Oh, wait. Peggy got Nightbotted. Yeah, this should help. Wait. Where? Huh? What did Peggy do? Let me see here. Oh, right here. And then Peggy, hi, Peggy. Peggy got Nightbotted. She said, so, and then all caps, nice to see you again. Nice to see you too, Nightbot. And we're all having a discussion with Nightbot right now. And these guys are all dreaming over here. Don't you love it when they're dreaming? Man, she's just out like a light. He's dreaming over there too. He's kicking and stuff like that. Look how small she can make herself. What happened, Momo? Do it again? He's going to town. So Nightbot doesn't like all these all caps. Pookie Puppy got away with all her emojis. He was fine with that. Come on, Nightbot. You're Nightbot. Look at Momo running. What's he doing? What do you think he's doing? Skipping around in some field? Or what do you think he's doing? Can I block Nightbot? Oh my gosh. Don't block him. Don't block him, you guys. He's a part of a programming. I have to go fix a few things. Peggy got to say that one. Hi, Nightbot. Hi. Nightbot needs to get over it. I wasn't talking to you. Oh, gosh. I kind of don't want to tell you the food I'm feeding because I'm about to transition off of it. But I've been cooking them turkey with, here's a bunch of ingredients you can put in your dog's food or cook for them. But you're going to need to figure out how much meat to give, if you want to give meat at all, and then how much vegetables to give. So there's two, I'm studying this and it's taking years, but there's two parts to the dish. Nikki got away with those. There's two parts to this dish. And why? This is how I think, okay? When I cook everything in a pressure cooker and then I mash it up like mashed potatoes, right? I sometimes see that one scoop will be heavy vegetables versus heavy meat, right? So if I definitely cook the protein meat separate, if you're going to do meat at all, because you can make your dogs vegetarians, or if you go over and then I cook all the vegetables. I've been trying that for the last 2 weeks. So if I do the meat separate versus the vegetables, here's things that I'm reading that I'm really getting to know since Faith has been sick. That's Faith. She just almost died 2 weeks ago now. Look at her. She's looking great. Pastel had a situation where she wasn't doing very good, but she bounced back within a couple days. Faith, though, she had a really tough time, and we were on hospice care in my house. Callahan, hi. Nightbot is not liking all caps, but Callahan says, sweet, sleepy babies. Yeah, it is midnight in some places. Nightbot says, nice try, stop spamming caps. Nightbot's talking to us now, man. Hey, Haley. Hey, Tammy. And there was an art person back here. You're a new person. I hope you subscribe. Aaron's art. Hi, Aaron. But here's some things, and write in here if you want to, okay? One I read, I don't like it when you're reading these kinds of things and it says, hey, spinach is bad for dogs in high dosages, but it's okay in minimal quantities. What the F does that mean? Minimal quantities. So, spinach is not on my list. There's another one. It's like this one. Oh, shoot. What's going on over there? Let's see. We got some action. He's really dreaming. Hold on. Where is he at, you guys? We will say a prayer tonight. That's the whole reason I actually came out. Whoa. He's chasing someone for sure, don't you think? He's not in that green field bouncing around anymore. He is like on a hunt. He's in the street. He's on a street hunt. Look at his nose and everything. Get him. Get him, Momo. Get him, Momo. Oh, sorry, I woke you up. Okay, you're up now. Okay. All right, so here's a list of some things. Blueberries. Cranberries is currently in some of the food that I'm giving now, but if dogs can't eat grapes is not on the list, it's poisonous. So if dogs can't eat grapes, then why is cranberries on there? Food for thought. Brown rice, because there was actually a study that a dog not eating any brown rice, right, or any grain at all actually led to a specific organ failure. What? Hold on. So what about all this organ free? What about all this wheat free, grain free food? So there's studies that if you are feeding grain free and there's no grain at all in an animal's diet, then they can possibly have heart and liver failure. Oh, sorry, heart and kidney failure. So, okay, so on my list is brown rice. Okay, I haven't incorporated that yet, but I bought some today. The next thing is oatmeal, and not even cooked down. You could just sprinkle that sucker on there. Eggshells. Yep, I looked it up. You can boil your own eggshells, cook it in the oven for 10 minutes at 400 degrees to kill any pesticides that might be on it if you're buying from a company like regular stores that we buy them from. You can crush them down yourself in a coffee grinder or your blender and put a little bit of the dust of the eggshells on it. Or you can buy a $30 bottle, right? So that's on my list to do, but I'm not incorporating eggshells just yet in mine. Then there's milk thistle. That's for dogs that would like Faith running into stage 2 liver failure. Milk thistle is like a $20 bottle. I'll put all this in the description of the video later, like in the next 2 days. So if you need some of this, please buy it from me. I get a referral off of it. Let me keep going. Mangoes, apricots, prunes are good. Plum is good, but I don't know. I have a weird feeling about the plum thing, but Saki will eat anything. And then broccoli, but they said something about too much broccoli causes gas, and gas causes some problems. So then you have to pick what vegetable are you gonna pick. Celery, but somebody was like, better make sure you I don't know, cut the skin off the celery, one person said. And I was like, okay, well, if you boil or steam down to nothing and mash it up like mashed potatoes, the celery skin and all that goes with it, unless they're afraid of, like, say, pesticide. However, I did read that celery stalks can have, like, don't feed your dog the celery leaves because of pesticide. So here we go again. It's like, hey, why not? So we're eating all this shit, right? Think about that for a minute. Everything I'm talking about is like stuff that I'm eating. So carrots, and I'm not telling you quantity. I'm telling you these are different things you can incorporate in your own homemade dog food, okay? Carrots, sweet potatoes, green beans. I've seen pinto beans on a bunch of dog food bags that I have read, but I haven't incorporated beans because if I have gas with beans, I don't want them to have as much gas as I possibly could have because their tummies are smaller, guts smaller, but I'm not sure. You probably could incorporate some beans. I don't know how much. I'm not going to do that for them. You can add a vitamin like D, vitamin E, fish oil, or you can add fish like I've read sardines, salmon, tuna, but tuna has some mercury in there, so you want to be careful how much tuna and how often and what type you do. I fed Brownie canned tuna during COVID. He was on canned tuna, and I didn't understand this until he started losing weight when he was eating tuna with vegetables, right? He lost so much weight, and he was a pretty thin dog anyway. I was like, oh my gosh, you're starving, but you're eating a lot of tuna. Canned tuna has lots of mercury in it. And it's basically helps you. You're eating it, but the body doesn't want to keep it. It's like getting it out because it's mercury, right? It's like trying to get it out of your body. It's crazy. So canned tuna is actually not good for you in high dosages. Hello. You can do chicken broth, but I would say bone broth would be better. Faith being sick, she's been eating a lot of chicken, any kind of chicken. And she went through eating chicken liver. We went through what we were eating, which was chicken liver until it was done. The whole bottle of chicken liver I bought. And I didn't let her eat one whole liver per day. I didn't do that. So I cut one or two. I gave her the broth, cut some up, let her eat it, mixed it up with regular chicken, sweet potatoes, carrots, celeries, and then I incorporated other things that changed every day. Like, we're serious. Like, this is some serious chef stuff. I'm sitting here like as a chef every day now. It's like mangoes, apples, applesauce, cottage cheese, regular cheese, not cheese in high dosages, but cheese. And believe it or not, you take your dogs over to these stores that give you like the cappuccino. So you might as well puppuccino. Then you might want to say whipped cream, and if the sugar-free products or no sugar, like sugar-free or the imitation sugars, if those cause us to have blood clots in our blood, why would we give that to our dogs? So just get the full milk, just regular freaking Cool Whip, just give them that. Anything that when your dog's dying that you can give to your dog for calories if you're trying to get them to eat, anything, honey, whipped cream. I mean, we're talking peanut butter, without the xylitol. So we're talking all these things are bananas, but Faith, if the banana's not like raw, fresh, good to go, she's going to have upset stomach. So I don't give her bananas, but you can give your dogs bananas, peanut butter. Like, I could just keep going with all these. And if you want the list, just email me. I think maybe what I can do is like, you can email me through my website, myfavoritegroomer.com. But I'm going to have all this on my website at some point, because at some point you're going to see that it will be helpful to understand what you can incorporate in your own dog's dog food and start making it yourself, and you will find that your dog probably will live longer. When I grab some of these dry dog food bags and I really realize how much ingredients is in there just to make it a kibble, and then also that the chemicals that are used to make it stay that way. And how does a kibble stay fresh for 6 months to a year on the shelf? That is not something you and I usually can eat unless it's like freeze dried, right? Or right? So like you have to have some common sense there. In the long run, you can only do what you can, what you financially can, and what you can do with your time. And we have all fed, I believe we have probably all at some point fed a kibble. I'm not saying it's right or wrong. I have actually been on the hunt for the best kibble, and I still, and after 4.5 months, have not found it. And I have watched some of these veterinarian shows, and I've gone to their kibble and I read it, and I'm like, this one veterinarian was saying that he's fed a specific, he has a video out there that he's like, I feed my dog this dry food, but I incorporate all this other fresh food. And it's like, when I read that dry food, I said, it has the stuff you're talking about that you don't like, which is cornmeal. It has cornmeal. It has like any kind of protein meal. He said it wasn't good. I was like, this is exactly the way you were talking about. And I was like, I wanted to tell him they either change the ingredients or it doesn't make sense to me what you're saying. So just because, just like I said with my videos, it's like we do a video. This is a live, not a video. When you do a video, we want you to see what we want you to see. When someone uploads a video, we have made that video for you to see what we want you to see. When you're doing something live, we're here talking about it without editing. Like, this is real. But if you are watching something, just because they say it doesn't mean it's true until you go do your own research. And that's why I'm saying I would watch some of these people and then go look at what they're talking about and actually look at the ingredients. And if it doesn't make sense, then that's a lie. So people lie. People like say things that might not be true. So you don't just listen to something and go full-fledged, you know? Anyways. Anyway, so protein for Faith has been, because she hasn't wanted to eat, right? And she was telling me what she was going to eat. She didn't eat hardly any of that broccoli. None of it. Saki ate it all and Pastel ate it all. She'll eat chicken, rotisserie chicken, and I cooked the turkey, and I'm just literally pressure cooker, no ingredients except for turmeric, ginger, like a little bit, just a little bit. Turmeric, ginger, and no salt, nothing else. Drain all the oil and all that. Even though they need some fat, you can get fat in other ways in their system, you know? But she's eating rotisserie. If she's going to eat any meat, I give her about a 1/4 cup of meat, and then I give the rest vegetables, fruits, and vitamins, right? And fish, like something fishy, fish oil, whatever, to give them that fish oil situation without giving them a fish oil tablet. Because she ain't going to eat a fish oil tablet, I'll tell you right now. She looked at me the other day looking at some applesauce. She was like, what? I was like, okay, I got you. Next time I'm going to roll that applesauce into your chicken. And sure enough, she couldn't get away from eating it. She had to eat it with her chicken. And I was like, you're looking at the applesauce like it's a dessert that you don't want to touch? Mm-hmm. But I also don't give up very easily. So in the beginning, when we were fighting for her life, I was given everything, guys. I was doing, you know, anything. I'm talking honey. I'm talking jelly, strawberry jelly. I was putting it on her lip and making her eat that sugar. She wouldn't eat nothing. And so I was squirting down fluids, you know, like the knockoff Pedialyte. I was doing and I tried some of that Pedialyte while I was sick because I didn't cross-contaminate. And I tried it and I was like, this is nasty. No wonder she was like, okay. But this is what I'm going to show later when I do videos about her. It's like, there is a way to hold a dog's jaw bone and still allow them to suck down fluid. That means there is a way to hold their jawbone when you're grooming them so they don't bite your face off. That is the same exact hold, except for when you're trying to groom a dog and hold their face flat on the ground, like the table, and do a face haircut, and they can still breathe because they can still open their mouth. You're just holding their jaw down. That's not dangerous. Like, I'm sitting here holding her whole jaw because she doesn't want to take it, and I'm doing this light squirt of all this fluid down her body to save her life. And how can you hold the entire jaw and muzzle but still allow fluid to go in? That's what I'm saying. There is a way to hold their jawbone when you're trying to work with them and they're trying to attack you. I promise you that. I finally have found out like a way to show you. It's like if I can get this fluid down her body while she's like, while I'm holding her jaw, then I can definitely shave a dog's face when someone else is holding their jaw so that he doesn't bite me. You know what I'm saying? It's the same concept. Um, and that proves right there that there is airway and there is actually food and everything that can go down that dog's mouth and still get into their body if someone does it right, if they do the hold right, which is so cool. I'm like, see, that's exactly true. I'm holding her whole mouth right now still and holding her mouth like cracked open to get her to eat this food. And she's still even freaking eating and I'm holding her whole mouth. You know what I mean? What's up, the dang cat? We're hanging out. I said I was going to let y'all go, but I don't know how this drug into 20 extra minutes. All this fun we're having with Nightbot and all this talk about food. But just so you know, for her protein, right now she's eating a little bit of turkey and finishing up the rotisserie chicken. Rotisserie chicken had a lot of fat in it. Remember, if she's in stage 2 liver failure, I don't want to have her have to process more protein than needed. So I need her to like the fact that I'm going to incorporate tofu. Yeah, tofu to knock off some of the high protein amounts that come in real protein meat. I'm going to knock off some of those protein levels with tofu and vegetables and fruits and, you know, and carbs and brown rice. And you know what I'm saying? She still needs protein, but I didn't know this, but check it out. If you have liver failure, your body can't process high amounts of protein without pushing it more into liver failure. You have to let your liver rest. Okay. So if she's had liver failure, if she's in, remember now, I don't believe it 100% because when we took her in for testing and the blood work came back, she had been starved from not wanting to eat because she was super sick. She starved herself. She was super sick, not wanting to eat. And when she had started eating, we got the blood work done and we were eating everything, liver, turkey, not turkey, chicken. You know, we were eating high levels of meat, liver especially. She was eating liver. So part of me is going to make these adjustments to keep her alive longer, but I would like a retest of her blood work. Or how about this? Let's just say she has 3 or 4 months left with me. Why do I need to spend my time back and forth at the veterinarian office getting more blood work? Who cares? I know where we're at. Like, I can see how she's functioning on a daily basis. Like, I don't need to go in just because your mind is saying, I need to go to the vet. I need to go to the vet. No, you don't really, depending on what you're needing to go for. You spend the last 3 months with your dog going back and forth to the veterinarian when you know you're at the end anyway. Why don't you just enjoy that time the best you can without all the vet bills and without not being ignorant about, like, look at her, you know, like, how is she doing? Well, let me look at you today. How are you doing? Are you eating? You walking around? You following me around? You're licking your feet? She wasn't even licking her feet for 2 weeks, remember? She wasn't even licking herself. She wouldn't even clean herself. She would lick her forearm, right? Now she just licked her coochie. I mean, she licked her toes or toenails or pads a few minutes ago when you guys are new ones are in here. We're talking some serious cleaning. She was cleaning house. She'd be doing that every day. So you can look at your dog and see how well he's doing or she's doing. You don't have to run to the vet every few days when they're at the end of their life. When they're at the end of their life, you do not. If I take her to the vet, this is what happened with Suey. I regret doing this, but Suey was on his last legs. He woke up that morning, he wouldn't move. And I worked at a veterinarian office. So I felt like I was going to do everything to save him, right? I didn't know we were all, that's the sign. When you wake up and they lay there and they look at you and they don't move, like they don't get up. He's laying on his side, he wouldn't get up. I have a video of it. He wouldn't get up. I picked him up and I took him in the back of my car and drove over to the veterinarian. And I didn't spend a lot of time with him like I should have. I should have just held him in my arms, and I think he would have passed that day on his own. But I took him to the veterinarian because I was working there. And the veterinarian waited for my mom and dad to get there, this and that, blah. We all got there at the same time. And he took out 3 vials of blood on my Shih Tzu. And that's when Suey had a heart attack in my arms. So you may be running around trying to do all this, running around and running around. And when you go take blood, right, Faith? Does she look right over here like, why? When you go take blood, the body needs a certain amount of blood as well. And you go take blood out on a dying dog, that's your love of your life, right? Your dying dog, they take too much blood. They don't know, they're just doing their job. But I'm gonna tell you right now, you could say take as little blood as you need. You don't need 3 vials to do blood work. Why, my dad would say, why did they have to take 3 vials? I said, I don't know, Dad. I just don't know. And there's no argument to be had here. He's gone. Like Suey's gone. He had a heart attack in my arms at that moment while they were pulling that blood. So I'm just saying, just because Faith is like, I would like to know her blood work, doesn't, I know her, I know how she's doing it on a daily basis. I'm her at-home doctor. Like, I take care of my dogs, you take care of your dogs. You're the best advocate for your dogs. That's what I've always told you guys. We are at home. You see your dog more than anybody. You know when they're having a bad day, but just because you go in somewhere that you may not be there every day, they don't know your dog like that. And they might give you like a bunch of reasons. You know, they said Pastel, right here, she has pancreatitis. What? No. I said, no, 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 no. I said, she does not have pancreatitis. Well, that's what these numbers look like. No, 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 no. No, she has poisoning from what was something in the yard, and that's exactly what it was. And the next day, if I didn't go to the vet, she would have healed. She would have been fine. Her body was going to go through it, but she did have some poisoning from whatever was on that pea gravel. Dried up Clorox. Hello, Spirit Angel. Thank you, Spirit Angel. Appreciate that. Hi, Rachel. I would think of it as a sort of hospice. That's exactly right. Noodles are good for the dog. I would say they're just as good as possibly what might be brown rice. I gave her some of my chicken noodle soup, which was hardly any chicken. It was more like a soupy, I don't know. I gave her a few of the noodles on there because remember, I was trying to get her to eat anything. But I don't know that I would have noodles in her diet every day. Too much carbs is not good. Too much of anything is not good. Too much protein, too much carbs, right? Fruit is carbs. Pasta is carbs. I had a lot of carbs today. Fruit, a lot of vegetables have carbs. Not all, but a lot. Celery is like really great. That's why when I was reading, someone said don't feed too much celery. I was like, what the heck, man? You can't feed him too much of anything. So that's true. Don't do too much of anything. Just keep it balancing. So if I tell you an egg whites, egg yolks, but not too much of everything. Like they got more egg whites than they got egg yolks, but I'll give them a straight up boiled egg, like a boiled egg, right? Or a fried egg if I want them to have more fat that day. Man, this is science, you know? Well, no wonder there's dog food companies that go off of science alone to depict some kind of dog food for you. Well, I stayed here 63 minutes. Had no idea we were going to have so much to talk about watching my dog sleep. I am getting better. You can hear it. So every day's a little better. I'm going to say goodnight. We're going to end on a prayer. Haley was like, can we please pray? So maybe Haley needs some prayers answered. But Lord Jesus, thank you so much. Thank you, God, for everything that's happened in my life. Everything has happened for a reason, 1,000%. What may have looked like for me is loss and tragedy has come in a different form for me. And I hope to use it forward all the time. I may miss many people that have passed away recently in my life, but God, I see you in every step of the way. Whether it was to protect me, save me, help me in my spirit form when I die from this earth, everything has had a reason. He came through. God came through when I asked him not to take Faith right after David died. She was really like showing me signs that she was not going to make it, but it wasn't like poisoning. It was like she was slipping. Her knee was slipping. Her knee was slipping a few months ago, you know, like just like not able to hold her own backside up. And, God has been there for me. When I look at faith, I see God's miracle. He has been there in answering many of my prayers. And sometimes he has not answered them right then and there, but over time. I, as a human, like, I want this flesh, sometimes want things now. And you can't live like that. You have to understand that there's a reason for everything. And God, I see those reasons, and I hope to be a really good example to others in that we sometimes have to wait for what you need to deliver for us, and we might want it right now. We might want something so bad and it's not good for us. We might want and need someone and it's not good for us. And we might want and need something and we don't, and it's not good for us. And maybe we don't need it anymore. Maybe we should be letting go, or maybe we should be changing, or maybe that's not the direction you needed us to go. Like, I see you always everywhere now. It really started when Betty passed, and then it got stronger when Titania passed, and then when David passed, man, you were like the only light in the sky. And then when my mom passed, I mean, I just fell into your arms like full-fledged and watched every single butterfly, bird, beetle fly into my life and let me know that you just encircle us and engulf us all the time. It's only as if it's only up to us, each one of us, to see or not see you. This is not an accident that the butterfly lands on your forehead and gives you a kiss. This is not an accident that every morning you wake up, there's a sign of a green butterfly or a green beetle. That's not an accident. It isn't just random that those 3 birds flew overhead, or 2 birds, or even the bird sitting there looking at you by your car in the morning. Those are not accidents. I see you, God, in all the things that I do, all the people that I help, and all the animals that I try to do my best for. And in that, I'm totally not perfect, but I try to be better every day. I hope that this is an example for the friends I have made in this community, and that we have each other in it. Those asking for you to show them a sign, for you to be in their life, for you to open up doors and avenues, successes, new change, and where you want them to be. Show them the path easily so they can find you. Some folks with a young mind might not be able to see these things yet, or they see them all the time. It's like one or the other. It's not like always easily laid out, and some people are disbelieving or untrusting. I think the world can tear people down. Obviously, I see the news. I see what others do to each other. I see how people drive. I see how people talk to each other. I see the gun violence. I see the violence not because of the gun, but because of the human behind it. And I remember from the phrase the other day, I couldn't remember it. God says, "The vengeance is mine." So all the times where I wanted to stick up for myself, all the times that I'm so angry, all the times that I see people hating me and talking bad about me and sharing bad news and sharing gossip and sharing disbelief and sharing not uplifting, but downsizing, like downing someone, hating someone, bullying someone. It isn't your justice to find. It is God's. Give it to God. The vengeance is his, and his alone. Let your mind be at ease as he protects you. Let your mind, let him have your thoughts. Tell him how you feel. Tell him what you're going through. Let him know your pains and your angers, but have the vengeance for him. Let him deliver vengeance, not you. Let you be kind and loving and understanding and forgiving, and it will be hard to find. You will have a hard time finding it, but it is there for you to use. Lord Jesus, thank you for all you've done for me and my community. We love you so much. I love you so much. Amen. Bless you, Dede. God is good. It's in his time. He makes no mistakes. An answer isn't always yes. Amen. Amen. That dang cat. You have to be patient when we're praying. I'm not looking at the screen at all. Thank you, everyone. Be strong. That dang cat says, I can't get over the loss of my dog this March. Be strong. Maybe find a... you cannot spam. My Nightbot doesn't like too many messages over and over and over and over. I see a bunch of... For some reason, I'm looking at like... Nightbot has just arrived tonight out of 2 years. I don't know what the heck. Nightbot doesn't like certain things for some reason. We've been messing. Watch the beginning of the feed if you're interested. But yeah. We pray for you to get over this. Not get over it. We pray for you to be strong in your loss. I will never get over losing Suey, losing Duke, losing Thapai. We never get over it. You never get over it. Make sure you have another pet. For me, if I didn't have all them puppies, 16 dogs, when all these deaths happened, you know, like, right? Didn't I have them for all the deaths? I did. I had to get help to go to Betty's funeral. Remember? If I didn't have 16 dogs during all of the deaths, that I'm telling you, you have to feed them, walk them, train them, let them out, you know, take them here, groom them, do this, hang out with them, take them for walks, love them, sleep with them, transition them, move them back, rotate them. I was working 20-hour days every day for almost 2 years. If I didn't have them, I would not be here right now. There's no way I could have handled what I went through without the animals that love me. And I'm going still repairing. I'm still repairing, which is why I have who I have here. Have fun at work, Rachel. Stay safe, please. COVID is passing around out there. God will take care of your pups, and your pups will be there when you get there. But make sure you surround yourself with more. And if you can't adopt one, go hang out at a rescue group. Go foster. I promise you, you will feel so much better. I love you all so much, and thanks for being out there. Appreciate you. Spirit Angel, I have not opened up your gift bag yet, so just be patient, and I will see you all soon. What's she doing over there? She messing around with the... What? She breathe... Oh. Man, she attacking that sucker. She's attacking. Look at her nose. What? Man, her shoulder was going crazy. Let's see. Her whole body's going crazy. Wait, what? Where are you at? Pastel, where are you at? Huh? Where do you think she's at? Where you at, Pastel? Now you're jumping around? I could just watch him sleep the whole time. What? Where? She's getting it. Was she running after something? Oh. Oh my God. Poor Pastel. Pastel. What the? He just kicked his foot. Did he kick it again? She's busy. Pastel. You're... Pastel? Knocked out. Pastel. Okay, you there? Pastel. Pastel, what the heck? Look how knocked out she is, man. Oh my gosh. I was trying to help her, like, understand she's not she's dreaming, you know? Goodness. Me too, Elaine. Love you, Peggy. She didn't even blink. Huh? Man, she was getting at something. Her shoulder was quivering and everything. All right, you guys. Have a good night. We'll talk to you tomorrow, okay? Sherry, thank you. God bless you. Sherry said, oh, what happened over there? Huh? He said, don't touch me. Look at your eyeballs, man. Goodness, man. Sherry says, I'm so sad to hear about how hard things have been, but so amazed at your perseverance. Wishing you the best. Thank you. Thank you so much. Knocked out. She's knocked out. Is she still running? Are you still running? What? She's busy, man. Hey, where you been? Man, that was a wild ride. Are you okay? Yeah, pastel. She freaking... Pastel. Pastel. Are you okay? Huh? Can you see me? Are you awake? Hello? Are you knocked out? Huh? Are you still dreaming? What a goof. What a goof. I don't know why Nightbot didn't like that, Sherry, but I like it. The hearts were cute. Oh, are you up now? That's it? That's it? Oh. That's all you're gonna do? Pastel. 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 She's out. I'm gonna stop messing with her. Okay, go back to sleep. My bad. My bad. Nothing's happening. Nope. Oh, Mama got up though. Good night. Love you guys. See you tomorrow. Peggy, I don't know why Nightbot's got some problems. It doesn't like I don't know. What the heck was that? Oh, hold on here. Not sure. This is what she said. Said, what were you thinking? Nightbot says to Peggy, what were you thinking? What the heck, Nightbot? Peggy says, they're saying, Mom, leave us alone. We sleeping. And then Nightbot goes, Peggy, what were you thinking? Stop spamming emotes. All she did was a bunch of Z's. How come Nightbot didn't get mad at Nikki or even like someone else? Man, Nightbot doesn't like emotes. Didn't Pookie Puppy do all those smiley face emotes? This is too much. This is too much. I can't believe Nightbot has an attitude. Okay, so hold on. Nightbot has become a guy, okay? In tonight's feed, we discovered in my world, Nightbot is now, 1, a guy. 2, he doesn't like emotes, except for with some people. 3, he doesn't like you to use all caps. And he be talking back, too. He has a smarty butt attitude, okay? Dang Cat says, Nightbot be crazy. Peggy said, right back at you, Nightbot. That's stupid. Oh, now you're getting into comfy. Okay. It has a vendetta. Oh, I think it makes an exception for mods. Oh, yeah, maybe. Hey, Coco. Coco's emotes went fine. That's hilarious. And then I gotta read this again. Nightbot. So Peggy says, because you guys can't see it, right? Peggy says, they're saying, Mom, leave us alone. We sleeping. Z's and then a bed. Nightbot comes real quick. He's checkmarked and everything with the little tool. He's like, at Peggy Buckner, what were you thinking? Stop spamming emotes. Warning. Now I actually get what he's saying. At first I was like, look at all these like. So hold on here. Oh my gosh. So 111HX1C111 says, cute dogs. My huskies are knocked out next to me too. Oh, it's like line, hexic. Line. I think that's what the name is. Hello. And so right under that one, Nightbot says, at Sherry. Oh, okay. Because Sherry did the hearts. I get it. So Sherry did hearts. Nightbot comes over and says, at Sherry. No disassembly required. What does that mean? Stop spamming emotes. Warning. I'm so sorry, dude. Oh, God. Sherry says, I'm so sad to hear. Okay, how they've been, but so amazed at your perseverance. Thank you. I don't know. That got deleted. That dang cat. She doesn't have a care in the world. Nope. It's knocked out. That got deleted, too. Can't wait to see my love you. I got that one. So let me see what this one says. Peggy says, Dede, love you. Prayers for you. Good night. Good night. Dolly is my dearest dog alive. Oh, that's awesome. But anyways, you can see where I was just trying to repeat Nightbot here. That was super funny, man. That's funny. What is happening? I'm not sure. What do you mean, what is happening? Okay, there's some more here. Oh, the dang cat did a bunch of prayers and something to me. And then hi, Bay 510. Let me see what this says. It ain't giving warnings anymore. All right, well, I'm going to say goodnight now. I know I've been saying that for a minute, but love you guys. Good night. We'll see you soon, okay? Talk to you later. Say bye, Pastel. Say bye. Good night. That dang cat was timed out for 10 minutes. I know. Maybe it was talking too fast. It was weird. For 600 seconds. Freaking Nightbot was having a problem. Good night, Pastel.